Recording. All right, guys. Again, good morning. This is our Monday class. I hope everyone is enjoying. Right? Look like I'm, just flying the plane. Okay. So let's continue now. Right? Just cannot. Sometimes just mind is not work. Okay. So just bear with me. Right? I cannot think quickly. So this is the React.js new folder, right? New folder. Last time we create my app project, but I'm gonna add something new here now, right? What I'm gonna do now, I need to find something from here. So what was that Vite? We are using Vite to install the React, okay? So every time if need to install React, simple, go to the get started and scroll down, and this one, right? This is the one. npm create Vite, copy that. So I'm in the main folder, right? I have one project, my app. So I'm going to start the new project here. I will enter and it will ask me the project name. So I'm going to call this, because I'm going to use, we're going to learn how to import, get fetch data, right? That will be the first part. The second part, I think we're going to, let me see if we can do that. Not. Okay, let's try, no problem. So I will call it maybe, what project name I can give, right? Let's call it API basket, right? Or maybe it's not e-commerce site. So let's say context dash redux, right? Not redux, but a reducer. I'm going to use this two in this project. So I'll just call this name context dash reducer, right? Basically the project is about maybe getting data from API, then displaying in the page, and then after that, right, adding some functionality using reducer and the context. That's what we're going to look at, right? So let's see. So context slash reducer will be fine. Enter. Once you enter, right, just select and react. Select and react. Use your arrow button to move up and down. Select react. Okay. Sometimes you have to just scroll it like this, right, to make it clear here. So just select react and then enter, right? Enter. And then you can select JavaScript, okay, and enter, and this will install our context reducer project. Okay, once we have this project name, right, we can just install a couple of things more, but before that let me first install the package, right? So for that you have to change directory, cd context reducer, enter, right, and then npm install. Next step is, once you change the directory, just do npm install, simple, and that will install the project. So everyone please get comfortable now, right, installing all this. This is very easy, just the steps you're gonna follow, practice couple of times, make a note, and you guys will be good, right? Okay, we have install the packages. Now if I go inside, right, I can see the node module here. See that? Node modules means the packages are installed. Next I'm going to install Tailwind, right? So let's go to the Tailwind. So get started, then I will go to the framework guide, then I will create the Vite, right? Vite, and I have created the project already. So now next step is install Tailwind right here. So I will copy the first command and go to my terminal, paste, right? I just put here in the terminal and enter. Okay, after this is done, I will copy the next command, right? So let's wait. Yeah, so let's go back. I will copy this one, the second command, go back to the terminal and enter. Clear? Now once we finish with that one, right, we just have to see, it says add the path to all of your template file, right, in the tailwind config.js. So now we have this file in our project. So we're just gonna place this code, right? So copy, click on this button to copy everything here, and go back to your project. So in our project we have a tailwind config.js file. So okay, just replace everything here with the new code, right? Clear? I just copied everything from the tailwind site and remove the last one and place this one, right? So this is the updated now. Okay, once we're done with that, next is let's go back to the tailwind site. Now you place this 3 line of code, right, in index css. So copy this. So index css is the global css, right, in our project. Okay, so you're gonna find in the source index css here. See that in the source folder. So everything will be in the source now on, right? Whatever you do the work will be inside the source. Clear? So let's delete all now, right? And place this code, and done. We have our setup is done, right? So right now I'm not going to use app css. I'll remove that, right? I'll just delete that. I just need app.js, but there is a lot of code, right? So what I will do, I will just clean this up, and just this empty now, right? Empty. So I will do react arrow functions RAFCE, right, and enter. Once I do that, my first component is ready. Okay, ready. That is the first component. Now I have index css. This app now, right, this app is imported to the main JSX. Clear? Here inside the main. See that? And also the global css is added. Import index css to the main JS, right? See that? That's the global css. You have app and the React router DOM. Basically React, not React DOM, right? This is React DOM. So this will basically connect to our root, right, from the index HTML page, and then send this app to that root. Okay, so whatever code will go through the app, right, will be passed to the root, and that's what we see in our website. That's simple. Okay, and that index is where? Inside the public, right? If you go to the public, oh sorry, now no more in the public. Okay, it's here, right? Already in the already inside this source, not source but the main folder, right? See, main folder. So before, in the older version of React, you're gonna find this in the public folder. Okay, so just remember there is the index page which has root, and that root is connected to the main JS, right? The main JS which is inside the source folder here. So and inside the main we pass the app, right? App. So now any code, basically any component now on, whatever we create, right, will go through the app. Simple, because this is the one component going to the main component, and done. So let's start our server now, right? So we can say npm start, npm start, start, right? So this will be wrong. This is the old one. Okay, so we have to do npm run, and start, right? Start. Clear? So let's say yeah, I'm okay, right? Not muted. Okay, guys, if I'm muted, just tell me, right? So our server should be running. So we have error, so something is not correct. Let's find out, right?
Dev is npm run dev.
Yeah, so that will be npm run dev. See, thank you, Mohammed. You have to remind me, right? So now let's click on this link. So that is the root route. Okay, you see that route here, right? http://localhost 5173/. So that is the route, but this is the root route, like a main route. So you say www, right, google.com. So that is the root route of the google.com, right? And inside, once you enter the Google or maybe facebook.com, right, whatever, now there will be so many links where you click and just the route is changing, right? Only the route, that component is changing. Okay, so slash will be like a home page, slash maybe contact page, slash maybe whatever page, right, error page. So a root route, and then it just changing to the different component. So see, we have app now, right? This is the app, and that is the, you know, whatever I put now in my app, right? So I will close all this. Okay, let me close, right? I don't need this. I don't need main. So whatever I put here, that will be displayed in the site. Okay, so let's minimize and see here now, right? I want to, so I think this, up to this much everyone is comfortable, but if anyone still have a, you know, confusion, now you're going to start from the app, you're going to start working from the app, right? So if I say app is updated, right, updated, see, it just update the page, see, automatic, right? When I save, it just update now, because my server is running, and it's, see, that is the root now, right? The app is running in the root page now, root page. But if I say go back here and I say contact page, right, do you think I will get, just put the slash, so root slash contact, 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 right? So I will get something. No, I don't have, right? I did not get anything here. See, it did not, because there is no root, right? There is no route, nothing is created yet. So even it will give us error, but nothing, right? Because right now we don't have any route. Okay, it does not mean anything right now. So maybe that's why. So that's fine. Now I don't need this, and okay, fine, right? Let's go back. So next step is what, to create. So let's start, right? I mean, we are learning all again. Let's do one thing, quickly create the navigation link, right, or routes. Okay, let's do that one quickly. Okay, so to do that, what I need to install, React router DOM, right? React router DOM. Let's make a note. Okay, React router DOM. So I will just open the new terminal right here. I have two terminal open, so I will just go to the new one, and I say cd context, right? Context. Something went wrong, guys. cd con context reducer. Okay, I'm already there, right? What about this one? So my server is running on here, so I have, okay, so I have context reducer already here. React.js and context reducer, fine. So now I will do npm install, what, npm install npm install, right, React router DOM, simple, enter, right? If this will get too long, right, maybe I will split between today and tomorrow, okay, this project, because I think this is a lot of work, right? So we'll split it, okay, but fine. So once we install React router DOM, you can even install the React icon, right? So npm install React icons, see, to use icons, right? Done. So we just install React router DOM and React icon. So first we're going to set up our route, right? So you can plan, right, how you want to set up. Okay, so normally what I will do, right, if I'm you guys, I will create this folder called components, and then I'm gonna create folder called pages, right? Pages, okay, simple. And in the components, I'm gonna have a 3 file right now. So I'm gonna have a navbar, right? Navbar.jsx, just simple navbar, right? I will create here, and which will display in all page, right? All page, navbar will be in all page, and then maybe footer. Let's leave the footer, right? I'm just gonna have, or you can add just to display, does not matter, you know, let's add it, right? Footer.jsx, and then I need a root route, right? Root, okay, root.js, just the root route. So everyone just go and put this code, right? Footer, you're gonna have a nav, so React, this is the nav bar, React arrow function create export, you know, simple code, and then same thing with the root, right? Okay, fine. If you have to check, right, if the React Router DOM is installed or not, how you gonna do that? Just go to the package.json and check all the package installed, right? So see, React Router DOM, React icons, this is the two we installed, right? And these two came with this our project installation, okay, from the Vite. Clear? And we do see npm run dev, right? This is the script, npm run dev. It will run the development server. Later, once the project is complete, right, you will do npm run build to build your project, right? Before hosting, you're going to build the project and then host it, right? So it will give you the compile, like everything will be compact, put in the one folder, right? The whole project, and then that folder you're going to host. Okay, so I will show you once we do one project, right? I mean, how you're going to build this also. This very just simple one command. If I do npm run build, it will just take care of everything, but after completing the project. Okay, so done. So now we have navbar, footer, and roots, right? What I want to do is in the page I will add, let's say, because we're gonna, so I want to display the product, right? I'm gonna display the product, so I'll just display all the product in home page. Okay, so I'll just put here home page maybe, or home.js, simple, right? Just simple name. So that is one thing I will do. Now I'm gonna have a maybe, so if you have shopping, let's say you have product, right, and you want to add to the cart, so you want to display all the product in cart also, so simple, like simple demonstration, right? How we're gonna build this simple cart. So let's add the cart also here, cart or maybe basket, whatever we can call it. Let's call it basket dot js, simple page. So React arrow function. Okay, fine. So let's create the root first, right? So once we have done, let's go to the app.js, and yeah, let's create here. I think let me see. Yeah, it's really fine. Yeah, let's do it. Import. So what was the command? Create browser router, right? Create browser router, and then I think the router provider, right? Router provider. These are the two components we need, right? Import from React Router DOM, right? That's it. So I don't know if this name is correct or not, right? So if I don't know what I will do now, I'll just go to React Router. If I don't remember the name, right, I will go here, simple, and now, so I will just click on this tutorial. Okay, tutorial, right, and go back here, and you're gonna find the code, simple code. I think that is correct, right? Import create browser router and router provider. So I'll just copy that. Let's say if there is some spelling mistake or something, just replace this, right? Replace that. Simple. So I'm just showing you guys how to get information also. Okay, and in the reality sometimes I will just do typing mistake or something, right? Now I just copy and paste, clean. Now next step is I will create one variable called router, right? And inside here, so this router will be execute this create browser router function. So just call that create browser router, and this will take what? Array, right? You pass the array here, that's it. So in this function you pass the array. So this is the process, okay? You have to remember, right? You just practice this many times so you remember it. And every time you have to do something like create a route, something, you can quickly do this, right? So inside here now, what we're gonna have? So we're gonna have the root route, right? So first let's add the element, right, and call it this element is basically HTML, but in our case is a root, right? Root. So we don't have, we have to import now, right? So import root from components root file, simple. Yeah. So the next one, right? So here we got root. So next you're gonna add children, right? children, children, like this, and this will also take a array, right? And inside you can have object. Okay, so now every element gonna have a child object. Okay, basically this root has a children, right? And this gonna, and make sure you put comma here, if not it will give error, because remember object has what? Property, right? Property, every property is separate with comma. So now I'm gonna have element, and I will call who, I will just call home page, right? Home page. So let's call it home element. So import that now, right? So just have to import all the route. Okay, whatever route you want to create, import that here. And also we have basket, right? Basket, I believe, yeah. So import basket. So if you look at the basket page, that basket there. Okay, so these are the three route I think maximum we're gonna have for now. So in element, and then you give the path also, right? Path. Okay, so path will be, the root will be, this is the root, right? So when the page load localhost 73 whatever, right, it will load the home page. Clear? So next one, right, when you click the basket, you want to run this one. Okay, so element will be basket, and path, right? Path will be, so the, how you give the path now, right? Remember what I said, the root path, that is slash, that is localhost some number, right? That is the root path, and the the secondary, right, like a, that will be basket, whatever the page you want to go, right, just add there. So root path slash basket. So if somebody click basket, it will just take to this path, right? So slash is a root path, so it will give a root path. After root it will call the basket here. I mean, root will be called always, right? But root slash basket is basically the root slash basket. Okay, so that's what happened, right? Okay, so let's add couple of more things, right? I think okay, let's go here. I want to add the error page also. Okay, so let's see where is the error page, right? Error, so this is the error page. So it says just create this file, right? This file in your source folder. So let's do that. So in our source folder here, I'm going to create one file and call this just error page, right? And copy this code for now. Okay, just this code, right? And it will do the job. Okay, so put it there and finished. So this is our error page, right? What we have to do in our router, we have to install that, right? So basically add the route. Okay, so import error, right? Error page. See, so because this is in the root source folder, you just import directly, right? There is no like page or anything. So, and we can add this just below here. Okay, so that should be element. Let's add new element, right? And call this error page. Is that element or error page? Let me see. I'm not sure. What was that? Tell me, okay, if there is some mistake, right? So let's just check. Error. So should be something like a, yeah, I believe that is okay, you know. If anything mistake, we can correct later, right? But see, you have path, element, root. Oh, okay, error element, right? You have to put this one, not the element, but you have to put this error element. That's okay. That's the property name you have to add, right? So in this case, you must put this one. Okay. Good thing I checked, right? I just forget. Okay, so that's good. Element and error element, right? And that's it. So now you keep building all the sub like sub route, right? Sub route, similar in the similar manner. How many you have? Maybe contact page, about page, all the pages, right? You just add it here. Fine. So we done, right? Now you just have to return now. Return what? You just delete this, right? And maybe just return that router provider, right? Router provider, like this. Okay, and even you don't have to do close here. Okay, what you can do, just close it to one file, right? Like simply like here, and you pass the props now. So the router equal to router, that's the variable, right? We have here. So we're done, our work is done, right? We're not going to do anything in the root now, right? So root. So why is showing up some error here? So root have been already declared. Okay, so we have here and we have here, right? So that is two places. Delete that one, and we don't need this react also in the this latest react. We don't need that. Save, right? Okay, so our app section is done, right? So anything, remember, anything you pass, right, will come through this router, and that router is passed to the props here. Okay, and it will just display, right? It will just display. So any page it will come, right? It will just add to this app section. It will just add there. So how this work now, right? Let's see. This is the main route. Okay, this is the root route, and see how it work. Okay, I will show you now, right? Basically it will load this root route, it will load this page, but this page is gonna have in common, right, like header, footer, and whatever you click on, right, or whatever in the center of the page, like home page or basket, will be updated, right, through the outlet. So let's complete the root route. Okay, so this is simple process. You have to remember, just practice, remember this process. There is no big like you have to like learn something complex thing, right? Just remember it. Okay, practice it couple of times. So let's go back to the component and the root, and we're going to fix here. So the in common, what is the header and footer, right? So import that header. So nav, we have nav bar. Okay, not header, right? We have nav bar, and also we have footer. So import footer, right? Footer. Simple. Once we done that one, right? Now we just move here and just call this header. So we want to display all the time, right? Then you want to display footer in every page. All the time means every page, right? So put that footer. Okay, fine. Now the outlet, right? You have something called outlet. Okay, so import outlet, right, from the React router DOM, and that will go in the center here. So that is a component. Just put it outlet here, right? Outlet. Done. So header, we don't have header, right? We have nav bar, guys. Nav bar. Okay, you can even wrap this outlet, right, in the main section, like a main. We have a header section, maybe we have footer section. Let's put in the main container, right, like that, and you put the outlet here. Yeah, so we have, I think it should work now. Let's check in our website, right? Let's see what we're getting. We go back. Okay, so we have nav bar, we have home page, and we have footer, right? So see that root route is what? Home page. See that? And everything I can add in the home page, right, will be here. Okay, the next step is, so we done the, I think we done the root creation and router creation, right? In the app section we have done. The only thing is the creating the nav bar now, the link. So that is the last one, right? So let's go back. So nav bar, we just gonna create a link here. So let's say I have a logo, right? So this is the wrapper. So I will just call it, maybe let's call this nav, right? So I'm gonna have a heading one and call it maybe React context dash reducer project, right? Or just call it context dash reducer, right? redu reducer app. Simple. Maybe e-commerce app, right? E-commerce app, like that. Oh, that's too long. What do you call that logo? Okay, now we're gonna have ul. You have li, and in the li, right, I need a link, a tag. Okay, so that is a link. So import link, right, from React Router DOM. So we just go back here and add link. Simple. Link, right? So you say the first one is home page. Okay, you add anything in the link now, right? It works like a tag. Okay, but the benefit of link is when you click on this one, the page will not refresh, the page will not load, right? It's just there. It will just update the component only. Whatever component, it will just update. So that is home page. Save this. So it will looks return with the bracket. The div is the parent element. That is the, for every component you need a parent return, right? Parent element with a child inside. Okay, so navbar, first one is heading one, then ul. I need two ul, right? One is a basket also, so let's do that here. So I will change this to basket. Okay, I need to give a path now, right? So that will be 2 path is 2. Simple. And here 2. Remember what in our route, what we have given slash something? What is that? Anyone remember? Basket, right? Basket. See, done. So let's save this and look at now, right? So see, now you have context reducer e-commerce app. That's big name. I'm going to reduce, I'm going to make it, but see, home page and basket. So if I click basket, so look at here, this is a home page, right? If I click basket, boom, so basket page, the route changed to basket. Look at here, basket. If I click home page, I get the route, right? But I click basket, it just changed the basket. Okay, let's do some designing now. Simple CSS, right? Just make it small here. Okay, so even we can add not navbar, right, but in a home page we can add something, but for now, this is our container, right? This is a container for our navbar. So I will say class name, and I say busy, maybe let's say what color? Purple. Let's add purple, right? Maybe 400. Then I'm gonna add padding, right? py maybe 4. Okay, so py 4 padding. Okay, now nav, right? So nav is the another parent inside. I want this in the center, so I will add class name, and to make this go in the center, I will just call the container class and then mx auto, right? And that's it, it will be in the center. So look at here, there is a space on the left and right now, right? Simple. Okay, next I'm gonna use a flex, so that this is the parent, right? Two child, this is the first child and ul is the second child. See that? So I'm gonna do flex and justify between, right? Between, and item will be center. Simple. So if I do that, look at that, see? Okay, now I'm gonna use ul, right? I'm basically ul and make it flex box now. So I'm gonna go to the ul class name, and I say flex and give a gap of maybe 4, and done. See? So our basically navbar is done. So if I click basket, I get basket, right? If I click home page, I'm going to getting home page. See that? And there is a footer also, right? So the every time you change the page, right, the navbar and the footer will be always there. Only the outlet, the main section in the outlet, right, the outlet will only change, and the outlet will be the component which we click, like home component or basket component. Okay, so that's enough for the, I think, the route, right? Okay, let's get to our today class topic. That will be fetching data, right, from API. Yeah. So now what we're gonna do now, right? Let me think. So where we're gonna fetch? Let me close all this. Navbar I don't need. Footer for now I don't need. Root I don't need. Basket I don't need. So home, right? So app also I'm not gonna touch app anymore. Okay, app is done, right? Just because my root now is in the home page, my root page is home page, so I will start everything from here. If I have to import something, I will import to the home page. Okay, like any component I want to add, let's say I have many 10 page, right? I want to display in the root route, then I will just call all in the home page, and let's say, there will be, just keep adding below and below and below, right? The first component, second component, third component, just below that, and it will work. Okay, one more thing, guys. I'm gonna teach you, right, how to use axios. Okay, so axios, what is axios now, right? Axios. Okay, axios. So axios is to, basically to handle the promise, right? Promise based HTTP client for browser and Node.js. So this you can use in browser and also in Node.js project, right? So basically you can use axios to fetch data from your API. It returns promise, right? You just support the promise, right? Basically promise means, promise is an object which has different transition phases, right? Because when you're fetching data, they have like, it it is in the form of object, okay, and it has different transition phase. So when you send the request, you will get empty object. That is the first, right? First phase, empty object. When you receive the data, the state is fulfilled, right? Means you receive the data, then the object has some data inside. If there is a rejection, like failure, right, then the status will be failed, or I think rejected, and then you have some message error, right, inside your object. See, so there are different transition state on the promise, and what promise is nothing but the object with this different transition state when fetching the data. Clear? So axios help us to simplify that process, right, when you fetch the data. So simply what you have to do is, look like too much, right? But you don't have to go through all this. Just simply install that axios. Okay, so npm install, right, axios. That's it. So npm install axios, and then we can use all the functionality of axios. So if you look at the if you go back to the package JSON here, look at here, axios, right, install. Okay, so let's use this now, right? We're gonna use one function from here right now. You can do all the method, right, like getting, putting. I think there are like 4 5 6 different method, right? You can use axios to do all the work. Okay, like sending data, receiving data, updating and all that. So this complete CRUD operation it can handle, right? Create, read, update, delete, all, everything you can handle. But right now we're just going to use it to get data. I will show you both way, right? I mean, you can use the normal, our API from the browser, fetch API, or you can use axios. I will show you both. Okay, I will show you both, right? So now if I need to import, I need to use axios, that I'll just do import axios, right, from axios. Simple. That's it. So I will install, I think I will just import couple of things, right? Maybe I'm gonna need use state to save the data, or just to create the state, right, like variables to store our data. So use state hook, I'm gonna need that. Also, right, when the page load, I want to make sure my serve function run to fetch the data, right? So after page loading, you can run the use effect run after page load, right? So that is what we need. Yeah, that's, I think that is enough for now. Okay, so we got that done. So now, right, okay, let's find the API for the product. Okay, so API for fake product, right? Product, something like that. Let's search here. Fake store, you can get something from here. So this one, right? So if I copy this HTTP, see this is the browser API fetch. You know, you can use that, right? But it's okay. So if I copy, there is /1, right? That means it will give me the first data, okay, the with ID 1, right? See, I just get one ID 1 data. See, this is the route, you know, this is the route. fakeapi.com, the root route product route, right? And slash this dynamic number 1. Basically, this we call it maybe like a dynamic, because you can pass 1, 2, 3 and get the different data, right? But let's get all the products. So we have I don't know how many is here, right? But you see the array, and there is object inside. So that is one product. You have second one, third one, and so many, right? Maybe 20, 30, I don't know how many. Fine. You can copy this and use also in your page, but we're gonna use basically we're gonna fetch data. Okay, we're not gonna copy this data, we're just gonna fetch data. So that's the, so what I will do, right, I will create const just URL equal to, I will just store in a variable here for now. Okay, simple. Now, okay, let's do one thing, right? What we're gonna do is let's see, what we're gonna do, right? So I think we can write separate function fetch and then run the function use effect. Okay, let's do that. So I will just create a function, right? Const, you can do it in all in one place also, like in the use effect, but let's keep it separate, right? Let's call it fetch product. Simple, right? And this is a function, right? Arrow function like this. So I'm gonna make this promise like async, right? Just put async here. Okay, when you fetch data or when you have to deal with outer wall, right, just put async. Simple. Now, right, that's it. So after we're done with this one, what we're gonna do, right, we're gonna say const, let's create a response, right? Variable called response, and you can use the same technique, you know, there will be no different, right? Just use the same technique. So now you call this axios object, right? Axios is the object dot get, simple get, and then you pass the URL, right? Done. So it will just return the response. It will just return response, right? And I'm gonna show you now what happened, right? This fetch function. So this fetch function, the fetch product is created, but it did not use yet, right? Okay, one more thing we can do, we can just add it here, await, right? Let's do it await, await. Let's put that one. When you have async, make it await, right? That's more safe. Okay, I mean this already return promise, but it's better to add it here, like more security, right? Done. We're done now, right? So once we finish with that one, what we can do now, let's see. Yeah, I want to console log response, and I want to show you, right, how it looks. But before we do that, just imagine now, right, this component loaded in the page. After loading in the page, we want to run this product fetch product function. So when you are dealing with the API or getting some data from outside, we're gonna use effect. Okay, use effect hook. So it will take callback function, and that's it, right? So now you call that fetch function here, fetch product, right? Done. Okay, one more thing, right? you don't want to run this use effect all the time page load. You just want to run it one time, right? When the page load, make sure use effect run fetch the data one time. So you put dependency array. That's it. Done, right? We're done. Now let's console log. Console.log, right? Console log maybe response and check in our browser. I want to see what is here, right? I want to see here. So let's go to the, so it's in the home page, right? It's in, we are working with our home page. So yeah, so in the console log it should give us some data. So we inspect now, and in the console, so let's see, something is not correct. What happened? We even don't see any. Oh, maybe I'm in the basket. Sorry guys, see, I'm in the basket, right? I have to go to the home page and then it will load, right? Okay, see that? So make sure sometimes look at your page, right? Which page you are in. If I'm in basket, I'm not gonna, now I can see, but if I refresh the page, I'm not gonna see that, right? But soon I enter the home page, my page load, then one time, right? The use effect run and it just download that data, right? Whatever. So inside it just download one object. Okay, this is the whole object, right? Inside the object, the data here. The data is the array with 20 product. Status 200. See status here 200 means that is success. Okay. And there are some more like header and all that. So when you have promise, right, you're gonna see something like this always. You're gonna have a data, you can have header, request, status, and all that, right? All these things comes with the promise object. Yeah, so right now the response dot data will give us this array. Response is this object, response dot data. Simple. So let's get that, right? If I do response dot data, and I should only get now array, right? So look at that. See, I get now the array with 20 object inside. Good. Now I can, display this, right, in our page. Fine. Okay, so we're done now, but now this is the data, right? What should I do with that now? I need a state to store that data. State. So that's why in my home component, I'm gonna say const, and I will use state to storing the data. Just create a variable, right? Okay, something happened. What happened here? Let's see. Yeah, I was out, right? I was out. Something happened to the network. But anyway, let's continue. So I can share the screen. Yeah. So what I have done, right? To store this data, response data, we're gonna call the use state hook, because this will give us the variable, right? And the function to update the variable. So we can call this product variable and set product function. Simple. Always same, this is all same process, but the empty, right now the product is nothing here, so I will put an empty array. So right now product is empty array. Now I'm gonna set the product, right? This product is empty, but I'm gonna set this array with the new this array. Response data is the array. I'm gonna store in this product now, right? So how I can do that? I just call the set product, right? Set product, because I have only one data. Okay, so I don't have to like copy the previous and update. I don't have to do, right? It's just only one time update. So this will be set product and done. Response data. Now, right, if I console log product, console dot log product, okay, product product, right? Product, that's the product. Okay, so it should give us that array of 20, right? Simple. So let's check now. Let's go back to the browser and look at, right? So let's see. So I will clean this up and go to basket. I will go back to the home page. When I go back to the home page, my home component will run. Either you can refresh or just click on home, right? Okay, so see, I get what? In the first time I get empty array, okay? But if I click, if I go back and click again, right? Oh, I'm not getting the data. So what is the problem? Okay, so there is something wrong, right? I just getting the empty bus array, right? I'm just getting this. So set product. So I think there is something not correct. Let me see, right? So what would be the error now? Response the data, right? Okay, we can what we can do, right? So a response we getting. Okay, why not, let's say. I mean, this will have a data, right? This will have a data, but it's just not displaying. Okay, so fine. I think there is a data, right? But it is not displaying. Why not? So maybe let's check one more thing, right? What I will do, I'm just gonna put console log outside, okay, and see what happened. Product, okay, let's see. Yeah. So the problem now, see the problem now. If I click here, right, the problem is inside here, right? Every time I'm gonna get, remember, it will only give you the previous data in first time, okay, and then next time it will give you the product, right? But if you are inside this function, that's what happened, because once you set this product in the first run, you have the old empty array, but soon you go out, now out, right, outside of this function, you have already access to this data, okay, that's the data. So make sure, you know, because if I do console log this response data here, it will work, that will be fine. But once I set the state, right, in the first run inside that function, I'm just gonna get the previous value, but outside of the function I have access to this product, the new updated value, right? Done. So we got the value now ready. Okay, so it's time to display now, right? Display the data. So how are we gonna do that? Okay, so first let's I think what we can do now, right? So we have return here. Yeah, so we got this. So this will be the maybe the main function. Okay, let's add some class name here, right? I want to put in the center. Okay, so that will be container and mx auto. That's it. Now, because I want to create a card, right? So div. So this will be like a card inside, right? I'm gonna add this because I want to add the JavaScript code inside the HTML now. So you must put a curly bracket, clear? And then you can loop through this product, right? So let's do that. Product dot map, and you're gonna have what, the item, right? Each object or item and the index space. Index means you, when you map, right, you get two property, item and an index. Either you can use this is like a optional, right? But I will just use this index to as a key, okay? Or I can get item ID, right? Also I can do that, but let's put it index for now. So once this is the arrow function inside the map, so I must put the arrow here and the curly bracket, okay? Now I'm going to return, right? Return what? So let's write basically, maybe I can put a div, right? Maybe it will help me to structure it properly later on. And inside the div, right, let's say I have image tag first, image, right? So I'm gonna get item. So see, if you go back, let's go back to the page, right, and see what happened. We still have console log here. Okay, let's put console log, uh, console log, response. No, now is product, right? Product. I want to show you the data, okay, how it looks, because there is some error, right now it's not going to work, but let's look at the data. So the first object, okay, look at here, right? What you see now, the category, description, id, image. So I'm going to just take category. I will display image first, category, sorry, category, image, price, and title also, right? Let's add title as well. Okay, so let's put title, category, image, and price. So there is 4 items we're gonna add, right? So let's get back. So see, now when you loop through, when you map, right, this array, now item is the each object. This is one item, second item, third item. You loop, right? Looping, for loop, same map. So it will loop 20 times, and it's gonna display all the data. Okay. So and same process for almost every, what you call that, data, right? When you have some data in the array and object and you want to loop through that and display, so remember that. So we have a map, right? You're going to return this. So when you return, first you provide a key. Okay, so key equal to index, simple. And inside here I'm going to call it image. So that will be item dot image. Okay, item dot image, right? And the text I will just add maybe title, right? So item dot title, simple. So next will be paragraph, right? So I'm gonna put it here, maybe I will put item dot title, and then I'm gonna put something called let's use again paragraph, right? And I'm gonna put it item dot price. Okay, let's put that one. And then I'm gonna have again paragraph. Maybe I will add the category. So item dot category. Okay, simple. So that's it. I mean, I can put this, right, this whole thing maybe in separate component like product component, and just call that component here, right? I can do that also. Okay, I just have to pass this item as a props to that component, and then, but let's keep it here simple, right, for now. So once we do that, right, I think it should display now in our page. Let's go back and check. See, so you see now all this item right here, 20 product. Okay, so let's make this nice. The basket, you go to the home page and you get all this product. Okay, simple. So we're gonna make it nice now. CSS. Okay, so first I'm gonna fix the image, right? Let me give the image of a class name here first. Class name. So width, maybe I will make it how much? 100 only, 100 pixel. Okay, small image, not big, right? And then so these are this is what we, every time we're going to send this component, right? So that's the parent. Okay, let's apply now, right? So that means I can do flex, sorry, class name, flex, and yeah, I think flex, and should be gap of maybe 20, right? Let's try, and not 25 maybe. Let's see what happened. Okay, so it just looks something like this. Now it just get, because the image is small, right, all the text gets shrink down. Okay, so maybe we can make this div little big, right? So that is here, this div, so let's do the class name, and width, add it maybe how much, around 200 pixel. Let's try. No. Okay, so we can do one more thing in a flex, right? Let's flex wrap. Okay, flex wrap, right? Flex wrap and see what happened. Yeah, so now it's enough space to wrap it also, right? We can bring it little down. Okay, so let's bring this little bit downside, right? So that is this component, that's the main box, right? So we can say margin top maybe 5. It just pushed down. Okay, let's add, right? Let's add some button for, basically adding card to the, what you call that. So if you wrap, it will just wrap, right? It just, just wrapping. So fine. Even you can use a grid and make it 3 column, something like that, but for now it's okay. So let's do one thing. We're gonna, what we can do, right? Maybe add the $sign in the price here, $sign symbol. So that's dollar, right? We can add, you can add any style, right? So class name, BZ maybe purple. Let's make it 500. Oh, that's the BZ, right? I don't want that, So it'll be text color, text purple 500. Okay, so looks something like that. Okay, I want to add the button, right? Add to cart. Okay, so just below this paragraph, let's call the button and add to cart or basket, right? And let's style this one, class name, and should be BZ purple, maybe 400 is fine. And we're gonna give padding y will be 2, padding x will be 2, and what else? Text, I think text will be white. Let's see what happened, right? Yeah, and then we're gonna maybe do some margin top, right? So let's add that also. So here, margin top maybe 3. Let's see what happened. So it just pushed down, right? Can we do rounded, like rounded, some kind of rounded button, little bit? Let's do that. So rounded MD or small is fine. Yeah, okay, so that's it, right? So now that's the product we displayed. Now we're gonna click on this, and when you click, this one product will add to the basket, right? Basket. So I believe, let's keep it up to here, right? I want you guys to practice what I have done now. Okay, just complete this part. So I think it will help you to understand the remaining part, right? Okay, is that okay? Any question on this? Anyone have any question? No? So just practice. Okay, this is simple. And the same process for any API, even food API, remember, same thing, right? So the only thing in the food API now, search part, you're gonna have API where you can, so I will show you, let's complete this, right? And then I will show you that also maybe sometimes this week, how you're gonna search something, and then search text you pass to the, the route, right? Slash, and you're gonna pass that, the search route in a slash something, right? And that will make the use effect function run again, and that will get us the new data, and that data will be populated, right? Because see what happened, when you get the new data, it will update the state, use state, okay? And the react, what happened, right? When you have use state which is updated, the react component will run itself, and it will re-render everything, okay? That's what happened all the time. So that's the reason for use state variable, right? When that variable change, remember in our like when you adding something, right, increase decrease in our use state, what was that, the example we did, so the state was changing, and it will just update our text in the page, right? Same thing, whatever data you load to the use state variable or our state, right, it will re-render the whole thing in the page again, because every time when the state change, automatically the page will reload. So wherever that data is used, that will be updated automatically, right? That's the good thing about the React. Okay, I will stop here and then you guys can try now, right? Give a try. Okay, I will upload this video quickly and try that. So let me stop.